Hello, you ladies and gentlemen of dear friends and lady audience. Welcome to the new Archipelago Show. Oh, thank you very much. Me, all the same, your host, plays the next run. Here, all Asian guests starring Chucho Yamamoto, famous riddle guy, and Rosanna Ortiz, Filipino bagong starlet. Here come to Hiderio Gumpa, down home song stylist.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Also, of course, your friend of mine, 4-5 crazy guys, all the way from Ritter, Tokyo. Okay, friend, you take a listen now. All People Radio Eastern Educational Service. We're going to fry now. You bet.
Just lots of fun.
This show will go all the way around the world. Come back out of your radio right now.
It's a cooking show. We fry now, you pray later. It tastes good, right, Joe?
You suddenly become strange music in my ear. This, I think Clockwork Orange is playing in other studio. Not to know.
Phil, did you know how the cows first came to this country?
No, I didn't. Did they come on boats? Is it?
Well, you have to if you want to have enough kids, so that you can start a great country like this, you know. You gotta come over somehow.
The cows
I better
came
leave.
over by way of the Virginia colonists at Jamestown. There was a law passed by the Massachusetts colony requiring every 6 immigrants to bring 1 cow.
Sick immigrants, did you say, Charles?
And the cow today was just voted the national animal of Wisconsin in place of the pig. There was a big debate about it. Yeah. Oh.
I think we just land.
Yeah. Say.
Don't open door. We must test air first.
We can serve this cheese log now because we're down to room temperature.
Did you fellas know that the first prison in America was built on Nantucket Island, Massachusetts? And just to show you those old folks weren't wasting any time, it was built in 1676.
It was actually built on Nantucket, who was a young girl who had come over with the first shipment of cows and their young children.
And cheese log. It came over on a cheese log.
On the SS Cheese Log.
Conra.
Yeah, it was the sister ship of the Mayflower. It didn't get as much promotion, of course, because it hadn't signed with Warner Brothers yet, you see.
Mm-hmm.
It came over with the Mayflower and landed south down around Savannah, you know. And that's where all the cows ran free, and now one of them is governor of the state.
That right.
No.
Is he the one who closed all the prisms?
That's right. Too much light in the prisms, he said, and so we're going to have to close them up, right? They won't let certain colors in the prisms anymore down south, you know.
That right.
Green and yellow lights not allowed in the prisms south of the Mason-Dixon line.
Well, you know, they're trying to keep from being infrared down there, you know. You gotta watch it very carefully.
I infra-dig, baby. I infra-dig.
That's right. Were you going to say something,
I was going to
Choo-Choo?
say, all my relatives now they're all home now because there's certain colors not allowed in the prison. So, all these people is hanging around my house watching TV and drinking all the beer in the refrigerator now. You know.
Turning out the lights.
Yeah, we're gonna move though. We're moving to Canada.
We're
Why?
going to have a Stanley party, and then we're going to ship
Yeah,
it
a
to-
steamer party, right? You're gonna
No,
get
a
all
Stanley
steamed and go to
Steam-
Canada.
steamed up and
You
sell
heard of
everything.
steamed clams, right? Well,
Yeah.
we steam the cans,
You ever
beer
been?
cans.
You ever been to Nantucket?
I've been with Nantucket.
At this beer steaming.
Under the jail,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh,
that
that's
little
fun, isn't
room down there, yeah. Did you
That's
say
when you used to be able to get into jails. Now they don't let nobody in there.
only the light people can get into prisons
know,
now,
man.
you know?
Ain't the truth.
That's
Them
true.
ultraviolet people.
Well, yeah.
All those New York actresses, you know. That's the only ones that let in the prison now.
That's
And,
right.
You
That's
got to
'cause
be a
of the-
movie star to get in prison.
It's the color of their hair.
Yeah.
Has to do with that, you know.
Yeah, and the cows, of course, too.
Sure. What about those cows?
Wow.
Well,
Let's just hear it for the
you know, the war against the cows is over, boys. In India, you know, it's against the law to kill a cow. You know that, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
it's
see a
against
cow,
the law of
you
the
just-
cows.
That's right. The cows don't like
People
it.
don't pay any attention to it at
No,
all.
they kill them all the time. But cows haven't murdered each other in India for centuries.
If you are run down by a cow that's driving a car, the cow is indebted to you for the rest of its life.
Indented to you,
No,
I think.
you're
is-
dented, but the cow is indebted to you.
That's right. The cow catchers, you know why they put cow catchers on trains? don't
Put them
you?
in prison, that's why.
That's right. That's right. The only way you can scoop them up and put them in prison.
Once
with
they come over on the Mayflower, what was the name of that ship?
the cheese log.
The cheese flower.
SAS cheese
Yeah.
flower. That's right.
They
Actually-
ran wild, and they'd all be governor now. In fact, they're so popular, you know.
Well, they all will be governor because a cow can't be governor of Georgia for more than one day at a time. You know?
Yeah, right. But
First
he got to eat too much. They
Well,
eat him right.
he eats
And they
the
got
governor the
sick
day
stomachs,
before.
you know. What are we going to do with a governor with 6 stomachs?
We better put him back into office, because he's a lot more dangerous out of office than
I
he
know,
is in
I know.
office.
He ate all the rose bushes around the governor's mansion.
And that's the senators. You know what I mean?
I know. I was descended from them.
Ever since the flowers got the vote,
Oh, yeah. They got the vote,
The
too.
flowers got the vote now, too.
What
yeah.
about the flies?
The flies can't vote because they's too radical,
No fries in a China. We got rid of all fry.
How's that you do that?
We fry them.
You fried them to where?
Oh, no, we fry them to eat. To
fry-
put in stomach of a cow.
Right.
Oh, he like that. He say, I want the mow. I want the mow.
Oh, now fly mao cow,
All
right?
cow in China, they say mow and not the moo. We Western
Everybody in
cows.
China say a mao.
You bet in a big chorus, too.
No, can't bet in China.
I was thinking, we could get the old Coliseum and go down there and get a lot of people in for free into the Coliseum. I mean, we'd have to pay them a couple of dollars for the rental, But then all of our friends could come down there for free, and then we could get all those marching bands, And we could start them all marching from the peristyle end of the field.
Yeah.
And then we
what a
could have
vision.
the other half, the Illinois band, at the other end of the
At
field.
top speed.
And we got 40 cameras covering. We got the blimp hovering overhead.
Certainly is a confusing day down here, Charles. Literally thousands of unmarked bands have entered the Coliseum now. Marching groups and girls who will not allow themselves to be identified by the television cameras are now appearing down on the ground.
Well, it's just amazing the way the audience is cooperating with us, Joe. You can see over on the other side, the flashcard section has made a giant picture of Eleanor Roosevelt there.
Governor Roosevelt, did you say, Charles?
Mrs. Governor.
That's right.
The
look-
governor's wife is being honored today, as you know, because of the cheese log event, which is happening later.
Yes, well, as you can see, the Girls' Corps of Torrance is forming a great cheese log down on the field now.
That's a picture of Mrs. Roosevelt.
She's going to throw
There's
out
the
the
nose.
first cheese
There's
log.
There's a
That's it.
lovely float that you'll notice coming around now. That's a giant, looks like a Coca-Cola bottle, but actually it's made into the replica of the man who invented the Coca-Cola bottle, Earl R. Dean. You see, there's his face. You can see it right now.
He's dead. He
Yes, he died last week. And this is
Well,
kind of a
and
memorial
talking
float.
about those floats, here comes the aspirin float coming around here. Did you know this is, of course, honoring that great German pharmacologist Hermann Dresser. He was a fine dresser, and he did invent the aspirin because he wore hats that were too tight, actually. That was a problem.
Look at that flashcard section over there, Larry. It's flashing a word. I think I can read it now. Eton Sherdlu. Yes.
Sherdlu for president.
Sherdlu
That's quite
president,
true. And
Charles.
the president is going to be here, Larry, as you know, a little later on after Mrs. Roosevelt leaves.
Richard Milhouse Washington will be with us later on, the resident of the United States. He can't be with us right now. After his trip from China, he's going to make a brief appearance on the Merv Griffin show.
Did you?
That's right, he's off the air.
What?
That's why everything went silent.
Was that it?
That's it, right.
I was going to say something about Mrs. Roosevelt that I found in the newspaper, I think a very unique story. Mrs. Roosevelt, whom some of you may remember, wrote that she kept her memory sharp by eating 3 chocolate-covered garlic balls every day for breakfast.
Kept their
Best way to
friends
keep the
away.
Japanese away,
Well, it certainly kept her husband away for a long time there, if you believe what you read these days, Frank just couldn't come around for breakfast owing to the hated chocolate.
Well, if the man was president of the United States, of course he had problems. I mean, you can't have a big job like that with without having headaches, you know what I mean? I mean, it is a headache, right?
Invented aspirin, is that right?
And it's enough, you know, trying to find a way to get us into a war, sending our ships out to be torpedoed by the Germans in 1939.
Did you read that?
Yeah, I read that. Yeah, but having to come to breakfast and smelling Eleanor's breath, I mean, you know, chocolate garlic for breakfast, I mean, he was a big man. He took a lot, you know, but that was just too much. It drove him insane.
Went down to Georgia.
That would scare us.
Yes, I'm sorry. You're trying to get in awful hard there.
It was that. It was not the garlic that bothered him. It was the chocolate. Couldn't stand it. Franklin never could stand chocolate. Reminded him of his prison days.
His prison days?
Yeah, you
never
probably
heard
never
about
knew
that.
that,
No,
that
no.
their snifter was in prison, did you?
No, let's
Yeah.
bring this to order here.
He was in the Purge prison, in the Beer Hall Purge prison on Nantucket. You know where that is?
Yeah, that's right near our icebox where we keep all the cows.
That's right.
That's right.
Right.
Is
well,
it
Frank.
true that all the mirrors in
What?
his house were
Would you-
turned facing the wall
Yes, that's true.
so that he could comb the back of his hair?
Well, I don't have any personal
Mother
knowledge.
told me that was true.
Well, who was your mother related to the
Yeah,
Roosevelt?
she was a cleaning woman for Mr. Roosevelt.
I see, a very clean woman,
Filipino woman.
mother. Really, really. Do you know any Filipino? A bang-a-lang-a-lang-a-dang?
No, I just speak with this Filipino accent. I
I
never
see.
learned the language.
I see. We certainly don't look very Filipino. You look like a cow.
Let me turn around and comb my hair up. Look.
Oh God! Don't
See?
look in that mirror.
Well, you see, he turned into a cow. That's what happens here in these mysterious dark nights that surround us here at the
Yes.
pit of gloom.
Certainly not mysterious. Most politicians do turn into cows, David, you know, after being in office 4 or 8 years, you know, being filled with all that...
You playing linguistic games
get
with
ulcers
me?
in 5 of your 6
You
stomachs.
mean they're
You've got
cowed,
one
is what
left.
you mean. They're
Cowed.
cowed by their
Six
experience.
stomachs. It's not 6 terms of office. It's 6 stomachs.
Well, they don't have the stomachs to be in office more than 4 or 8 years. All the chocolate and the garlic that a politician
It drives
must
them
experience.
crazy.
It drives them to New Jersey, which is even worse, you know. It is near the prison under Nantucket, you know.
I know. Yeah. How is Nan now?
Nan is crushed by the experience.
I can understand it.